Hello Raiders, my name is Rain, and in the wake of Garden of Salvation releasing, I've seen an alarming amount of misinformation being spread concerning some of the mechanics throughout Destiny's newest raid, and I'm here to clean up some of those raid myths for you today. The tether boxes in the new raid and the overall tether mechanics seem to be the focus of much of the complaining concerning the Garden of Salvation, but I believe the tether mechanic can be broken down into a few simple rules that make it much easier to understand. Rule number 1. The tether box has to be shot once for it to turn on, and then it will turn back off automatically if the tether is completed. Otherwise, it has to be shut down by an angelic hydra, which will make the box unusable for anyone until said hydra is killed. And the only other way to shut down a tether box without completing the tether to a lock is to shoot it again, hence turning it off. It was quite common on day 1 to see raid teams shoot the tether box once to turn it on, and then another teammate shoots it again trying to be helpful, and I think you can see where I'm going with this one. A comedy routine where 2 players shoot the box in close succession trying to turn it on, only to turn it on and off again, and then scream, "Why doesn't this mechanic work?" Tether rule number 2. Each tether has an elasticity to it and a visual cue as to when the tether can be broken. For any white-blue tether boxes, the tether will turn red/orange, so play around with it a little if you are having trouble reaching a lock, inch forward, or do a small shuffle and just test the boundaries of it. It's really not that hard. And finally, tether rule number 3. The tether will always break if you lose line of sight with the teammate linked to you closest in the tether chain. So just don't break line of sight with them, and the tether won't break. It's as simple as that. Now the tether mechanic gives people trouble, and that all comes to a head during the final boss fight of the Garden of Salvation, the Sanctified Mind, which brings us to the second myth we are dispelling today. The banks and tethers not working when you try to start the DPS phase by tethering to the boss. This mechanic can also be broken down to a few simple rules. You need 30 motes to charge each bank, which will then give a corresponding message when each bank is charged. The tether is pulsing with light energy or dark energy, depending on which bank you are at. Light energy for the blue/left side, or dark energy for orange/right side. After that, any goblins that are able to integrate, aka sacrifice, at either bank will steal motes from you, requiring a teammate to re-enter the corresponding side and acquire more motes for the bank. If either bank is not pulsing, aka looking exactly like this, you cannot tether to the boss and you will wipe if more motes are not banked. That's it. That's the encounter. It's really not that hard. I'm not going to keep you here for 10 minutes explaining something that can be broken down this quickly. Hey guys, thanks for watching this. And as always, Bungie, please bring back Touch of Malice.